And we're going to get started right now.
That's right. All right, everybody, welcome to IMBA TV, where everything is in balance. We've got Kare fighting ttHappyZerg as the first game of this semifinals matchup commences. This is a best-of-3 of the CraftCup EU Lite number 37, brought to you by Imbalance TV, where everything is IMBA. I'm MC Dustin. With me is Jim Rayner, bringing it right to your front door. We've got, this is going to be some, a good match here on Zelnaga Caverns. Anything you got to say about it, Jim?
Well, we started with 512 players, and we started with 20 of Europe's top 200. So the competition's been pretty tough. We're down to the final four. And just a sec. Go ahead, take it away,
that's
sir.
Fine. Looks like Kare is spawning down here at the bottom as the red Terran, and up here as the orange Zerg. We do see ttHappyZerg starting off in a normal way, as there's no other way to really start off here as ttHappyZerg moves out as Overlord, and SCVs move back and forth. I haven't seen too much of Kare, so I'm not too sure of what Kare's going to be able to do here, but I am definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, Kare took out a Rage Esports player, Fishlips, a very good Zerg player. And as I said, with 20 top 200 European players in this event, the fact that these players have gone this far, they've had to knock off a couple of the top 200 players to get here. ttHappyZerg is at 13 drones right now and is sending out a drone that looks like the purpose of it is scouting. I'm not sure if ttHappyZerg is going to go for the expansion. We won't know for the next little while. We do notice that Kare is not really building a traditional wall off that many players do against Zerg. He does have what will be a bit of a wall down here by his mineral line, but by his ramp, he only has this barracks. And at this point, ttHappyZerg is at 15 drones, and he has over 200 minerals, so I suspect we're going to see an expansion. Yes, we are. ttHappyZerg's first building will be a hatchery. It will be completely uncontested. It really appears that Kare doesn't care. And look at this, Kare starting with a double barracks.
Interesting,
so
yeah.
double barracks versus fast expansion, that's oil and water at this point. So Kare's first barracks is completed, and I'll tell you what, ttHappyZerg's expansion I think is going to be tested early. ttHappyZerg elects to plant down a spawning pool before the extractor, a wise decision. ttHappyZerg is counter-scouting this. He really wants this SCV, as he sent out 2 drones to go get it. And the attack is already underway. Here comes Kare, a single Marine, bolting through the middle of the map. Will ttHappyZerg see that Marine? Yes, he will. Out of the corner of the vision of the Overlord, he can see that. Now, if we look inside, oh, look at this. ttHappyZerg is waiting for that one Marine. Look at all these drones.
That's right, dedicating a lot to take it out.
What is going on? Here we go. That's a lot of mining time as well.
That's right.
Now, very nice. Boy, I'll tell you, ttHappyZerg really wanted to kill those SCVs.
And
look at these Marines.
Man.
Oh, and another Marine on its way. Remember, it took 5 years to balance this game, folks. Marines versus drones, and look at this, ttHappyZerg moving forward with Zerglings.
And some of those Marines will go down. It looks like ttHappyZerg is going to be in a tough position here, as we see very early aggression from Kare.
And notice that ttHappyZerg has planted down a spine crawler. Kare needs an SCV, though, to complete this bunker. But if we take a look at the unit counting station, ttHappyZerg has only got 14 drones. Ouch, down goes a Marine. That was a big loss.
That's right.
ttHappyZerg sits on 1 queen, 8 Zerglings, and 16 drones. So ttHappyZerg has done a nice recovery, and in fact, it looks like Kare is going to back off from this early aggression as we see his Marines coming back to his main base. ttHappyZerg is building 2 refineries. They are complete. An expansion command center and Marines pumping out of Kare's 2 barracks. And look at this, he's going to come forward again, this time with about 10 Marines. And of course, no add-ons on either of these barracks, so no upgrades of any kind. Nice move by Kare. He's going to move forward with only 1 Marine. ttHappyZerg is building 1 extractor. And I'll tell you what, ttHappyZerg is now up to 18 drones. Kare is up to 22 SCVs. And McDuff's, the chess match has just begun.
That's right, as the two more barracks get placed down. Are we going to see some Banelings coming from ttHappyZerg? Because that's what's he's going to need to counter this, Marine Bioforce.
2 tech labs have been placed on the barracks, as both people saw. It looks as though the stim pack upgrade is the only upgrade he's going for. That's about 100 seconds away. An orbital command upgrade is occurring on the expansion command center of Kare, and Kare is building a 3rd and 4th barracks, which I think you already mentioned.
Yeah.
Interesting, we've got the semi-half wall. Again, you see how you know what I mean? He's like walling the left side, and if he attacks the right side, he's just going to run. Very similar to what Protoss does on this map, protecting this expansion. We now see ttHappyZerg is up to 30 drones, mining off of only 1 extractor. A 2nd extractor is being placed. ttHappyZerg spine crawlers are moving around the map. Speed Zerglings are being researched, but they're still a good 60 seconds away. We also notice, look at this, several Zerglings on the right side of the map. The unit counting station for Kare, he's at 54 units, ttHappyZerg is at 56 units.
And we do see that Baneling nest is on the way down, as well as a layer tech. So we are going to see some Banelings try to combat this force, as these Zerglings do get pretty much suicided in.
Yep, that's good description for it. Now, the stim pack upgrade is now completed, and the combat shield upgrade is about halfway completed. We see several Marauders, no concussion shells for the Marauders. Now, it's 34 SCVs for Kare, 48 drones for ttHappyZerg, and the question is, what's he going to do about on creep? He's going to have a lot of problems.
That's for sure, especially with those Banelings out.
Now the thing is the Baneling speed upgrade completed? I don't believe it is.
No, the layer tech is just now finished. And here we go. Banelings coming in, melting Marines. Are they going to be able to get the rest of those Marines? No, they're going to have to back off onto the creep.
Combat shield completed for those Marines. Those Marines have 10 extra hit points.
Looks like ttHappyZerg will successfully defend.
Now, the only problem with this is Zerg's at 2 bases and Terran's at 2 bases. You know what I mean? And you can't have that. You can't have, when you're playing as Zerg, you can't have Terran having just as many bases and almost as many workers.
That's for sure. We do see a Spire on the way down, as well as a Baneling speed research on the way. So we're going to see some Mutilus Baneling combos going down.
In this spot. Yep, good point. And a 2nd evolution chamber is being planted down as well.
And here's that expansion that you were talking about earlier, as well as the high yield rocks being taken out for ttHappyZerg.
Now we see tanks, no siege tank upgrade as of yet. As I've said before, Kare has both stim pack and combat shield, so those Marines are pretty powerful. And we got Zerglings going through the back door, and look at this. Look at what Kare is using. Rather than walling in his back door, he's just using a few Marines and Marauders to do so. Now we notice both the starport and still no siege tank upgrade for Kare. And there we go.
Nice surround on that Marauder. And those suicide wings go down. Here
And
comes some more from the front.
Yep. 24 Zerglings for ttHappyZerg. ttHappyZerg sits at 55 drones that will be mining off of 3 bases in about 10 seconds. Right now they're only mining off of 2. So the economies right now for both of these players are pretty much dead even. And check that. ttHappyZerg just cranked out about 10 drones. ttHappyZerg is up to 67 drones, now mining off of 3 bases. And
ttHappyZerg sitting in a good position as he takes the lead in the economy.
Well, he spent all the money on it. Now he's going to, if Karen attacks in the next 2 minutes, you know what, and there goes the scam.
And here comes some, the Mutalisk Flyer upgrade, level 1 is being researched, as well as level 1 melee attack for the ground units for Zerg. More queens on the way. Looks like another hatchery is being placed down in the natural expansion of ttHappyZerg, trying to increase the production rate of his units. You see one Marine here going to get decimated by these lings as Mutalisks come into the back of Kare's base.
And it looks like Kare, who took one heck of a long time to defeat Rage Fishlips, another Zerg player. It looks like he wants to play a 40-minute game with. ttHappyZerg.
That's right. As he throws down his high yield. That's right. We've got another gold standard here.
And look at this hatchery placement. This is interesting. Hatchery placement in his natural expansion area up at the front.
Yeah, I brought that up. Yeah, for sure. It is definitely interesting.
He could do some long-distance mining, possibly. And here we go. Big force here. Over 24 Marines, 32 Marines, 4 tanks.
Let's see how this goes down as the Banelings and Zerglings come moving in. Oh, man, the massacre on those Marines. Banelings still chasing down those Marines, and here come the Mutalists to clean up the tanks. Great defense there from ttHappyZerg.
ttHappyZerg is looking really happy after destroying that offense. He's still got 9 Mutalisks. The only thing I'd be concerned about if I was ttHappyZerg would be this thing right here. Now, no add-on to the starport, so he can only produce dropships one at a time. Look at all these barracks. 6 barracks. And these Marines, at this point, these Marines are +1 attack, +1 armor.
It looks like we've got some Thors coming out on the field for Kare to try to take care of those Mutalisks, that Mutalist problem. Zerglings taking out the rest of those Marines, and ttHappyZerg's upgrades sit at +1 for the Flyer attack upgrades, +1 for the Carapace, as well as the melee attack for the ground units. Now,
Zerg looks like he's staying at Tier 2. He's not interested in going to Tier 3. And Zerg has got 72 drones mining off of 3 bases. Terran's got 61 SCVs mining essentially off of 3 bases as well. And here comes 16 Mutalisks.
That's right. Taking out those turrets very easily. Those glaive worms doing the great damage that they do.
But these Marines are +1 armor, +1 attack, and they're going to fight off those Mutalisks. Notice as well, Kare has placed down a sensor tower right beside his planetary fortress.
And here's the second gold standard of the game, as ttHappyZerg's placed down his expansion on the high yield, as well as an expansion to the left of the map. So he is taking the whole top side of the map here, gaining map control and map dominance, as we see level 2 attack upgrades going down for the melee as well as Flyer.
16 Mutalisks. That's what you're seeing here, folks. 16 Mutalisks. There are 17 Banelings and 64 Zerglings. ttHappyZerg is looking like he's playing this game just like he played in the previous round that we saw him win.
That's for sure.
So, and notice this, Kare's putting a wall off in front of his planetary